Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed my last video because I got something better for you today. Stay tuned. Today we're going to be looking at the 6 types of pilots. I suggest we start with the airline transport pilot. An airline transport pilot flies commercial aircraft for a living and is one of the most common types of pilots. The certificate to become an airline transport pilot is the most advanced pilot license you can get. Nowadays, all commercial airlines have made an ATP certificate a requirement for all their pilot applicants. To get an ATP certificate, a pilot must be 23 years old or above. The pilot is also required to log at least 1500 hours. Let's move on to the private pilots. This is the most common type of pilot you can find. With a private pilot certificate, you have the added benefit of being allowed to fly at night and at controlled airports. This is because private pilot training requirements are intensive compared to those of the sports and recreational pilots. Thirdly, we have the sports pilots. This type of pilot only flies light aircraft at low altitudes. They are only allowed to operate in their local area. A sports pilot certificate is very easy to obtain. It also has very few restrictions or requirements for training. 20 hours is sufficient to get you the license. The sports pilot can only carry one passenger at a time. This pilot is not allowed to fly at night or fly above 10,000 feet. A sports pilot should not operate in Class B, C, or D airspace. The certificate has many categories like lighter than air, rotorcrafts, glider, airplane, and powered parachutes. Fourthly, we have the recreational pilots. This type of pilots are allowed to fly heavier aircrafts than the ones used by sports pilots. That is the only difference between the recreational pilots and the sports pilots. So if you want to fly heavier aircraft than the ones used for sports pilot training, this is the kind of pilot you will become without having to undergo advanced training. You need to have logged at least 30 hours of flight time, 15 of which should be under the guidance and instruction of a professional flight instructor. A recreational pilot can fly 50 nautical miles from whichever airports they depart from. They are only allowed to operate in the daytime and not at controlled airports. Up next, we have the flight instructors. This type of pilot career will give you the opportunity to pass on the flying knowledge you have acquired to new pilots, veteran pilots, and aspiring pilots. As a certified flight instructor, you are allowed to teach at flight schools, become a private instructor, and maybe teach at an airline. To become a flight instructor, the training you go through involves learning technicalities such as instructional design, the various industry theories, and detailed exposure to commercial pilot studies. They must also understand the latest aircraft maintenance among solutions and technologies. The career of a flight instructor allows them to share their knowledge while at the same time giving them all the experience they require to join an airline. Lastly, we have the commercial pilots. A commercial pilot is basically one who is paid to fly an aircraft. However, they need to get a commercial pilot license. Scheduled flights have rules and regulations in terms of their operation time. Among other stipulations, to ensure a smooth operation, commercial pilot must follow specific rules on commercial flying to avoid potential mishaps. The training an individual goes through to become a commercial pilot involves learning to fly sophisticated aircraft that features retractable landing gear, flaps, and controllable pitch controller. This training requires more precision and knowledge of professional flight operations. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment on my videos. Please subscribe to my channel for more educative and entertaining videos. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.